good evening. This is Brightline Fan, and today we are live from the Dominican Republic. Today we are live streaming another live stream from the American Rail Club. So I hope you enjoy this live stream as much as I do. Demetrius is getting ready for the intro. As soon as we start, as soon as he speaks, we'll start the live stream. Alright, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today, and there's going to be a lot of important stuff. Specifically, Amtrak's new Acela train sets that actually opened, started service today. Not today, but yesterday. That's crazy. It's been like 4 years overdue. It was 4 years late, but better late than never, folks. We have other news in general. Let's check in general first. We got some railroad. We got a railroad that's returning illegal volley to the SC ports over 250 million union pier sale. We got Amtrak's brand new Acela, which we'll talk about later in the live stream. We have some acquisitions of two Washington State railroads. New high-speed. I think we already covered. We're gonna cover that. Oh, we got some NTSB preliminary report. Other than that, and Acela. That main thing, but the most But out of the things that we're going to talk about is the Acela Express sale. So let's hope that we can start the live stream. Oh, it's already open. I think it already started. Okay. We're gonna send some live streams now. Oh, sorry about my phone in the background. We're gonna talk a lot of stuff right
now. Alrighty. Steve, am I on? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Let's hope that you're alrighty. Fantastic. Okay. Let's get this going in. Not so big. Come on. Discord, come on. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. Let's get this going in. 3, 1. And let's jam.
All right.
that we have heard that the Veil Liberty is high-speed rail in America, and it is finally here. It is here. It only took how long? Oh man. Oh man. But yeah, here it is, guys. Everyone is your conductor. Yeah. There it is. There it is, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Tonight has been a night that we're just gonna make this most about Availi, Amtrak, Acela, Availi Liberty, whatever name you want to give it, Next Jet Acela, whatever it is. It's something that this country has needed for quite a damn long time. And it just needs to be said. I mean, this is just fantastic that we finally have this here in this country. It's been needing to happen for long. So welcome aboard, everybody. Yeah, this has been just great. So yeah, you're here. It is here. So let's put some.
I think it disconnected. Let's see.
There you go.
Oh, it's back on.
I hope it doesn't have to run decades, but it's at least a good thing. I mean, hey, that may be a good thing, but let's put this in full screen so you guys can see this. There we go. Oh man, look. Wait. Hold on. This. Oh man. Oh. Oh man. Okay, yeah. We definitely need the upgrade. Don't stay. Do not stay. It's time. I mean, look. Give this thing. Give the a round of applause. It's. I mean, the staying power that this thing has had has been incredible, especially running on the battered, shaken northeast corridor. Okay, that's mainly the reason why you're going to hear the complaints. Oh, trains don't go as fast. 160, but it only goes up area of Connecticut and blah blah. Look, we get it. We know that. We love to have actual world-class high-speed rail and the infrastructure to support, but in America as it is right now, we're getting what we're getting, and we're going to have to be happy with it for quite a bit until we can get our political system fixed in order so we can actually start fixing things up. But this is a good next step. Yes, it's akin to having a Formula One car running on Midwestern roads. That's basically what the new Availi Liberty is. But is it a lot better than having to see this here? Yeah, it is. Oh man. Okay, that one can't. Look, the Avalia can't like I said, it can't on Northeast Corridor tracks because of messed up. And look, granted, they're getting upgraded, just not upgraded to the point that they need to quickly. Okay, look at the interior, by the way. This is so much better. So much better. This is we're finally getting at least some sort of good look outside of because Bright is really damn good. Okay, and this is coming from somebody who has written. Okay, Brightline is really. Amtrak has finally gotten on board with that, and the equipment the same stuff that Brightline has gotten that, and now they've gotten this from All Star over here. This is so much. Ooh, and the shades. That should be the term, the new standard. This all others. The very minimum, I say. Standard. There you go. That's a good thing to see. You want you guys hear? Okay, you guys cannot hear. What is going on over here? Interesting. Let's see. Hold on. And okay, does that work now? Okay, I think this working. I think this working. All right. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so apologies for the audio, guys. You guys can be able to hear. There we are. Okay, apologies, guys. All righty. Okay, it's good on YouTube. Good. All right. Perfect. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All righty. Sound is working now. All righty. Apologies. Finally here, and I don't know if what you didn't catch of that, but yeah, basically the big main thing that I would say is standard. This needs to be the standard for rail travel. That's how we need to start basing what we need to look forward to for the rest of passenger travel in the United States. It needs to be put to a high standard. And it's this type of stuff that we need to have. Okay. Again, you're going to keep hearing people that are saying, well, like I said, it's akin to running a Formula on Midwestern roads. Okay, it's like going through Gary, Indiana, on an RB21. Okay, it's not going to be fun, and you're not going to be able to. It's not. But this is at least a heck of a lot better, and it's adapting to broken Northeast corridor, and we can get there go. Yeah, so there we go. The trains will replace the carry 20% more passengers, 10 miles an hour faster. Some people are skeptical about where we are in terms of funding when the administration says, hey, we need a good and we need you to become less dependent on us. Amtrak is looking to break even on operations. Eventually, it almost did until the coup happened. It was right there in 2019. And I've heard money to invest in infrastructure by 2028, Harris. So there we go. So yeah, this is definitely going to be helping for sure. The train's originally designed to reach 180 miles an hour, 160 miles an hour. Speed should improve as repairs happen. So there we go. This is something that, again, for 20, 40, or let's see, 20 years that this thing is running. In 20 years, we can fix up the entire North corridor and be able to have these run at their absolute limit. That's our hope. Here we are, Zach Griff on X. Let's go ahead and look at a couple posts, and then we'll just bring everybody on. This is a big day, guys. Okay, you can look at the Twitter thread over here. First class is seriously nice. 1-2 sitting, extendable tray tables, pops of orange, HD info screens, cool new touch lavatories. Fewer 4 top tables is better for pictures. There we go. So much better than an airline. So much better. Way comfier. Which is why 60 upward. Washington, New York, Boston take Amtrak. They don't take airlines. So that's one of the biggest reasons why the airlines don't want to see high-speed rail proliferate here in the United States, because they know they're going to be losing some of their biggest short-haul flights because of this. Imagine something like Atlanta to Jackson, Charleston, or to Charlotte, North Carolina, or Minneapolis, or Chicago to Indiana, Cincinnati. Okay, so many flights run through those areas, and granted, those are main connecting flights, but there's a lot of people that still take them regardless. And this is something that's high-speed rail fits that bill. Something that is too far to travel by driving and too short to travel. This takes care of the perfect medium for so many regions within the United States. We're talking about the Midwest, the Southeast, the Southwest, California, the Northeast Corridor, Cascadia. This is the perfect solution, not only for fixing that up, but for also bringing jobs into the United States, which has been one of the biggest things that we've been having an issue with in the United States. It is how do we keep and have jobs that are built to stay and last over here for generations? And that's really the big thing that we're going at. We made this channel. We know there's so many other solutions out there, but fixed infrastructure. That's our thing, and that's something that. So look at 100 megabits per. Yeah. Since it's cellular, there's still dead zones along the pick, but a major upgrade. All right, the new Cafe Acela. There we go. Hot food, beer. Speaking of beer, we are having only the best American beer, the New Glarus Spotted Cow. So we're going to be having some of that. I'm pretty sure you can have those maybe on Amtrak on the Hiawatha. I hope they have that. Got to take that one of these days. Take the Hiawatha up in Milwaukee. There you are. Hot food, beer, wine, spirits. Look at that. The tables over here. That's very. That's more European. Yeah, 9 years, guys. We finally got it running. 5 years of it, just yeah. 5 all-stop build trades and rest phased in by 2027. When booking, look for next-gen label in the Amtrak train. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be booked at this point. Yeah. But there we go. For the first time, an Amtrak next-gen Acela 7 hours to make the entire trip. Look, it's a hell of a lot better than. And just look at again how the interiors are great. That is just comfy, maximum comfy. There you are, next gen Acelas leaving DC. It's just so much better. It doesn't sound as clunky as so much. And just better looking, by the way. I mean, by the way, that bridge is probably over years old. No joke, it's probably older. It's probably if you look at it. Actually, let's get that off the screen. If you you can smell the rust from. Oh, this is again the main reason for fixing things up over here. There's an Acela plushie. I don't know if they're gonna actually. This should they should ask if you're giving this to foamers. You know exactly. Yeah, this is just good news, guys. This is just good news. Here we are, Secretary, DOT Secretary Sean Duffy over here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime. Look, the good thing about Amtrak leadership right now is they're done that for 4 years. They get service and a little bit of funding, and then another 4 years they get lambasted and taken away funding, and then they get some more service and a bit more funding, which at least that was the Biden did for the last administration, and a couple other things. I would say probably. I'm not going to get into that right now, but that's about it. What the Trump administration has been doing, although the back and forth between the is hilarious, and it's funny to watch. I don't care; it is funny to watch, and it's deservedly so for the California high speed. It's completely dropped the ball. Safe to damn thing, which is sad. Uh, so there we go. Just to reiterate that, Grok even said over here that infrastructure investment and Jobs Act signed by President in Obama, and then they were funded again during Trump #1, and then Biden/Obama #2 came back in and Amtrak to have, but then they had. This is why Biden and Buttigieg are not here, because it took so long for them. So now take credit, and you can say all you want. Look for you did Biden and Obama did fund it. Yeah. Guess what? The problem is your grandma, Mima, and everybody else that's watching TV or looking anywhere on X that barely knows anything about infrastructure is going to see Sean Duffy unveiling the next genocide. That's it. That's what they're going to do. Okay? You want to see progress to make. You need to get things done. We all need to get things done. Which party does what? I don't care. I don't care. Fix the country. Stop bringing in more. Oh, we have a, and let's pay them crap. Oh, we have a job shortage, but let's go. We have problems with getting our kids through 600 more Chinese students to universities. Really? How is that going to fix anything for American men and women, especially young American men and women? We're completely screwed if that. So yeah, when people see this sort of stuff, politicians love the ribbon cutting things. They love it. They live for this sort of stuff. You go to any sort of politician's office, and more than any, I don't want to keep going to politics. Same sort of stuff. It's like they can have an IKEA catalog of politicians' office page, and it's going to be pictures of plaques of ribbon cuttings in the back and some stuff they got from a foreign embassy or a signed letter from the government, and then a library of books they've never read that were basically gifts because they don't read. These people don't read. Okay, let's be honest. Most of these politicians don't read, both right and left. We're tired of the stupid paradigm. But yeah, the Trump administration is going to get the credit because they're on top of it. So look, Sam, you can cry and complain. Yes, the fleet was. Look at this, August 2016. August 2016. Yes, Obama talked about bringing high speed back in 2009. In fact, he promised that within 10 years, the country would be by 2020. 85% of the country would be, folks, you would have 85% of the country high-speed rail. Well, it's 2025, and 85% of the country does not have access to high speed. So yeah, we can talk. he's he's really thinking about this. Maybe Biden was kind of loose back in 2009. I don't know. I mean, you can look at them in the 1970s. Yeah. And it still has been. I mean, yes, we got our. But when Obama made this announcement back in 2009, all right, let me see if I can bring this up. I'm kind of going. And you guys are gonna have it. We're gonna in 5 more. Actually, you know what? Yeah, 8:30. Okay, we're on the dot over here. You know what? I'll look for that later. Let me just get. China had maybe one or two high speed back in 2008, 2000. Okay, they had Beijing to someplace like 20, 30 miles away, Tianjin, I believe. They had the high speed rail, the maglev, the middle of Shanghai, and they had a couple of other high speed rail between Shanghai to Beijing. Fast forward 10 years from then, and China had basically connected about most of its large cities by high speed rail. The United States still hasn't. Fast forward now, 15 years later, we have Brightline, and Brightline is building in Las Vegas to Rancho or to the LA area. California is still building. High speed concrete is still going. By the way, 2039. Yes, the authority says the project has a clear 2039. Meanwhile, China is already done. They're done with high speed rail. Oh, we keep talking about China. Okay, Spain. Okay, siesta land. Okay, the people who take naps for 2 hours every day between like 12 and 4. Okay, if they work an hour a day, that's a lot. By the way, that's a very snazzy. But guess what? They have most of their country. After China and Japan, it's Spain with the third most amount of high speed rail. Yeah, there's no excuse. There's no excuse anymore. The only excuse that there is that our politicians are retarded or evil or both. That's basically where we're stuck at. I mean, I'm glad that we got this. I'm glad that it's here. It only took this 9 years. Okay, so yeah, this. Look, celebrate today. This is a great thing. This is a great moment. We finally have this. This is a hell of a lot better than what we had before. Look at that. Oh, that is so much better to look at. Finally, this looks like something you should see in America and Europe. This is something we should be seeing. Not not that. Oh man. You know what's the funny thing? And I've taken so much video of Amtrak. You don't really have to work hard to get a bad photo of Amtrak. That's kind of the sad thing. You can go right out into the platform and or you can go right into the station and it's to Chicago Union Station and the K on Amtrak. Well, it's just hanging by a thread. So it's just Amtrak. Or let me see the other way. There you go. So you guys can see. Yeah. Amtrak. That's what. And it's a bad look. That's a bad look. This is a much better look. Okay, and that matters. That does matter. How we present to ourselves every single. It does make a massive difference. This is why people talk about architecture, apartments going up, or massive amounts of suburbs just plopping up out of there. That the walls are so thin that if you entire neighborhood is going to be down the big. So yes, it does matter that we have good-looking, working, functioning infrastructure that is going to last. Okay, look, I hope we don't have to have this for 30, 40 years, maybe 20. Okay, 20 I can see. That's a good service life. 20 is a good service. But we should be looking to the future. It's like, okay, what's next? Definitely the next thing. By far, the next thing needs to be fixing up the damn infrastructure in the Northeast corridor. That's the first thing. That's what we got to do. But man, is this so much better. Man, this is so much better. This is, and this is after. Okay. Although this gal over here, okay, she okay. We can't crap on her. Okay. Okay. This one's the next gen, but look, yeah, it's a heck of a lot better. So much better. There we go. And the stations are starting to get better now. That's another thing. And then speaking of stations now, Union Station was in Amtrak's hand for a couple of months. And now Trump is now sending in the national go ahead and start taking control of that and Union Station and putting in a whole bunch of money. I hope it works out. That should be good. Just the last time I've been to DC was 2017, and it was already talked about it that it's pretty bad right now. So yeah, look, I don't mind having. Okay, it's go. Let's put it this way again. What you see, it does show. Yeah, we shouldn't be having to see that. But you know what? In 2025, yeah, we kind of do. We kind of do. But hey, good news is that look, we got some trains, guys. We got some new trains. That's some good news. All right, I am done talking. Let's bring on everybody. Yes, we're bringing everybody in. Look at all the clippy. I am so glad to see all the here. I would change the avatar to clippy, but there we go. So that's some good news. All right. All right, don't forget to mute me, guys.
We gotta talk about SEPTA.
Come on.
Yeah, look at all the
Dude,
clips.
SEPTA is gonna. We have to say bye-bye to SEPTA.
I would change. SEPTA.
I'm saying no. Yeah,
Losing its commuter services,
say
almost
put it in
all of
seven
it.
talks.
Mute me, guys.
Wait.
All right, guys, mute.
Ashton, it's
you have
coming on
anything-
your side.
Okay, no, I think it was coming out of Darius. Okay, guys. Wow. Celebration time.
Hey guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's nuts.
Celebration time. No, it's a good day. Yeah, we're
My
we're
first
really,
stream since I came back from Jersey.
do I need to be muted?
Wow.
The Mainline and David Mitchell as well.
Hold on a sec.
Online.
I mean, it's just mute.
All right.
Wait, who is
I think it's Ashton.
Mute him. See mute.
Okay. That's a good day. All right, we're good. Okay.
Wait, I can't see
All
her.
right, guys. Yeah.
Like,
Hold on a sec.
so
No.
ARC, you were talking last week about the trucking, how it seemed dangerous. I found out why.
We're good.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Skyline Trucking Academy in California bribed testers to pass their students. People who were not qualified to have a CDL basically got one for free.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Or
They
they're
were
completely.
doing that for like 15 months.
There's so much fraud right now in the freight trucking space that it's
It-
I mean, not
it's
just
out of
from
space.
just
They got shut
Yeah.
down recently, so now they have to go back through, find all the students, and spend all the license.
yeah,
Hey, can
no,
you-
definitely that has to be done.
I was
I mean, I almost had a.
I was in New Jersey while this
Not an accident.
I
but
was in
almost
New
saw
Jersey
one
while this
happen when
Pajit was being extradited. to Florida.
Happens sadly a lot more than you think. A lot more than we wish.
Yeah.
The contrast
There
between
you are.
the infrastructure of New Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah, let me see if I can put it on. Yeah, there was this. Definitely, this guy didn't speak. We were all on the right side of the road.
A lot more than we wish.
That's the
It's
same
stuck.
guy that took a break in West Virginia.
Let me see if I can put it on. Yeah, there was this. Yeah. There you go, on the complete wrong side of the road.
Oh yeah,
Indian trucker, the Pajit.
that literal.
The
How
Pajit.
about you want to lose your CDL? That's a very fast way to get rid of
Well,
to
if
lose
it
it.
gets
One thing I
caught,
could,
that's the problem.
one really thing, one thing I
I
could
mean, now
value
there's going to be more.
One thing I could.
But yeah, it's just
See?
the good thing is now that this whole mass
Yep.
has stopped, more or less. In fact, there's now people that are just kind of themselves. There's going to be more enforcement with that, which is and it's just basically zero coming over the board. So that's one. Okay, good. You stopped.
I've been to New. I was in New Jersey.
Now it's time for
while
the
this was
cleanup and
happening.
such. Okay, and it's look, it becomes and it's kind of silly that we're doing now people that are just today or yesterday 600,000 Chinese students to come into American universities. Okay, good. You stop. Because the university. If we don't bring them in the university. Well, maybe they should. Maybe they should, and maybe they should pay back all. And it's kind of silly that we're doing all this sort of.
Yeah.
Because they kept inflating up their prices off of foreign students. Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should go back. I'm not going to say any more on that. It has gotten me up to here. Maybe they should. But anyway, pay back all the students who went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to make a point, and I would like to do it in my fake Obama. No, you see here. Back in 2009, I said that we'd have 85% of the population with high-speed rail by 2020. It is now 2025, and 80% of the population has access to a rail. The high-speed part is optional.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
I know, folks, at the end.
85%. Yeah, buddy. I still don't have access to passenger rail transit.
By 2020.
Heck, don't tell Pastor Rail we get here at Amtrak 4 times per day. Here in Charleston, which is damn sane. And, oh, fun fact, Adrian, I got an article that you should be reading that is from my city.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and put that up. Yeah, you get it 4 times a day. We get. We're going to get through.
Dude.
Oh, fun fact, Adrian, I got
It is, yeah.
Man, it's like all
the
the rail use literally waited until the week Amtrak launched its Valley of Liberty.
I know.
But
I just sent the link to the article.
okay, is this railroad returns? It is, yeah. It's
Like,
The week Amtrak launched its Valley of Liberty.
yeah.
Like in
Okay. Let me see if I can try to access the article. Okay, is this
Oh, yeah, it's a
It's
paywall,
paywall.
bro.
It's
Is it my
paywall.
turn?
Somebody at least did it, so there we go.
Check on
Hey, guys.
archive to see if it's
It's
available.
already available. Okay,
you
here we
guys
go.
forgetting me?
A major railroad is firing back at
You- you-
your terminal.
we have
It's
you guys can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
background.
guys. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yes, we can.
Okay, go ahead, David, because I'm not familiar.
And as far as that Pajit that drove, that as far as the Pajit that drove in the truck
Darius,
and
Darius,
tried to
I'm
flee the state after he killed 3 people.
Darius, can I speak?
Sorry.
Can I
No,
speak?
Darius
Yes.
is off. You're good to go. Go ahead.
Here, team, that Norfolk Southern and the Port Authority are fighting over it because they're trying to put condo in this area where the port operated. And funny thing is, the reason why they're trying to put condos right here in Norfolk Southern and the Port Authority are fighting back, saying, "No, you're not going to do this." The reason why they're trying to, because the location of this area is perfect for a transit hub for commuter rail, light rail, buses, and boat taxis. they figured, because here, fun fact is the developers who wanted to build condos right there have connection with Ford. So the car dealerships are behind it with, and I'm not surprised because the car dealership, they got a monopoly here in Charleston anyway. Because there you right there, those train tracks right there go from downtown Charleston in that area to downtown Somerville. And the fact is, and I'm going to bring it up, the fact is that they can literally have a transit hub for everything right there, have that connected going to Somerville, also have it connected to going to the airport because train track right here on that line go right by the airport. It would be a big blow for, car dealership, rental car company, gas station, mechanic shops, all of them. It would decimate their money making.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. So this pier is getting. Correct me if I'm wrong. This has been a pier that has been getting foreign goods and material, or should be at least, because cruise
Yeah,
ship.
and
Which,
they.
by the way, don't go on carnival ships. You'll instantly. But anyway, so they want to now take away the land.
They want to take away the land. They want to take away the land to stop any commuter rail plan and put more condos for car drivers. The thing is that if you look off to the left, you can see where the train tracks come in.
Yeah, I can see that.
And thing is that if you look at the bottom left, you can see Meaden Street and Market Street with the big tourist hub with the historic buildings and all that. That would see over 1 million people per day in that one area. And thing is that right where the cruise ship terminal is, imagine because we don't have the cruise ship anymore, and I'm gonna say this. Turned it into a transit hub, built like taxi boats that go onto the other side of the river, bus connections, and literally because it's right there in walking distance from Meaden Street and King Street where all the tourist hubs are. Just imagine how much money it would be bringing in to turn it into a commuter rail line and a transit.
Yeah, I know that would make sense.
Is this an active freight line that they're doing, or is this just abandoned freight line?
It's an active freight line.
Okay.
But there's no freight or ships.
I was gonna say make that like a light rail line.
That would make sense, but here's the thing. So into that, and there's not even cruise ships coming in anymore.
No, because the big automotive maker, they lobby to get to the galaxy out of Charleston. Like
so basically, this port is. So this port is just basically now ransomed, and there's no boats coming in. There's no ships coming in, no cruise liners, no cargo ships. Basically,
there is cargo ships. We do got cargo ships that come into the.
So you have so there is cargo, because like you could, if there wasn't cargo coming in, you could do like a tram line, a light rail line. So we can integrate pedestrians into it and make it more pedestrian friendly.
I know. Funny thing is that back in 2016, it was a year that, and the people who run the cruise ship terminal, they did talk about helping build a commuter rail line from downtown Toronto to downtown Somerville would also connect the airport. You could guess who freaked out and went crazy over that. And so I always say the moment you go against car infrastructure and the big automotive maker, you literally would not be. I always say that don't be surprised if the big automaker try to go after you and destroy you for going against them. Most people don't realize.
Right. I feel like that's a little bit of an overreaction because sometimes the auto car makers will just try and ignore you.
Oh well, trust me. Here in Charleston, Here in Charleston, it's a kicker here in Charleston. The car dealers, they had not had any competition since the 1950s.
Yeah.
By the
Let's
late
go.
50s,
Let's hold off on that. Let's to solo over
I
here.
want to get back to
John,
the Avelia because that's
Yeah.
the main topic of this.
Yeah.
I
Let's get back to that.
I
later.
eliminate and Seta.
I have a weird thought that's gonna probably happen. A diesel version of the Avelia because they did it to the Estella. I wouldn't be shocked if they try and do it to the Avelia because why not?
oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean, there's no need because they already have the so and those trains run perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I know they have the arrows, but like maybe they just make it to try and sell it to somebody else.
I don't think so because then that's going to be
That's gonna be a waste
What?
of money.
in terms of getting that approved.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I remember in the early 2000s
They're not going to touch that again.
Yeah,
I remember in the
when they had that.
I remember in the early 2000s that when the Acela came out, they also had a turbo train set of the Acela. And
Yeah,
my guess is that the airline freaked out about that because that could have actually worked. You know, having a turbo train set.
I gotta look up why that failed. I'm gonna look up why that failed.
Oh, man.
Reason why it failed was not because it was actually successful. Reason why it really failed was because of corruption. The airline knew and lobbied against it. Heck, what most people don't know, back in 2003, that Amtrak had a turbo train line from New York to, Buffalo that had train sets that could hit 150 off of electricity that with turbo, like the turbo train sets.
Hang on.
Yeah, you had the turbo trains back in the 70s.
Yeah, they had
miles an hour. They did actually 160, but the problem was that again it started two steps.
They had
one that the parts were, it was becoming very expensive because they required a heck of, and the manufacturer didn't want to make any more parts for it. Similar to what happened to the Concorde, it had nothing. It had more to do with that they didn't want to make it becoming a monster and a nightmare to keep basically a 40, 50-year plow running. And then the other thing was that the infrastructure was just so it wasn't going to run as.
Well, the funny thing is, and I want to bring it up, is that they did have a replacement model that they were testing on the line around 2000 and 2003, but that got a lot of together because the airline realized that Amtrak might have gotten something that really decimated them.
Hey, do you guys know what the name of that turbo diesel Acela was called again?
It was a Bombardier design. I forget what it was, but I know I've seen it before. There's really not too.
Turboliner?
I checked on it.
Like the locomotive.
Jet train. Let me see. I mean, I think it was run. Jet train. Here it is. Found it.
Oh, the jet train.
There we go.
Train.
I knew I remember seeing this. Okay, yeah, that was turbine powered version of the Acela. That was we are experimental high-speed passenger.
Oh, I know why it failed.
European high-speed rail service. Go ahead.
I think maybe.
The locomotive is still around. It has a treadle test type,
Yes, along with the second last SDP-40F in existence.
Yes.
Okay, the reason why it failed, it was too expensive to operate and never found a market.
Actually, not quite.
Yeah.
That was short term.
It was.
They were thinking about short-term profit. The reason why they're thinking about
one thing you have to remember, even if the car autos didn't like it, the problem is that if it's too expensive to operate, Amtrak didn't want it, because if you don't have the money, maybe you have the money to buy it, but do you have the money to operate it? Because you have to spend money on the fuel, you have to spend money on the maintenance. That's racking in a lot of money. That
Well,
I don't
here's
think
the
at
It
the
is, yeah.
time Amtrak
dump
had.
trucker here on top. When you look at the history here, the markets that they were trying to push the jet, which is probably the worst place to try any sort of infrastructure project. They tried pushing this in here in the United States. They tried using this for the overland
Yep.
or jet, but Baby Bush's brother. They tried to push it in Canada, which is in the UK, which they fail. Even worse, where you have to have and knives to not get killed or worse. They tried putting it in Mexico, which
They
funny enough, they have
Remember,
they really
the
tried to
Yucatan
do the
Peninsula.
Mexico version
Let's
of
get
it.
him to
hey
say,
guys,
yeah,
I
thanks, but no thanks.
was in New Jersey a few weeks back, and remember that when that Pajit
Hold
was
on,
on the
wait.
run after he.
Okay, so here, let me finish. In the end, nothing ever came of these proposals. All content related to the jet train was eventually.
Mm-hmm.
As of 2019, the demonstration turbine local transportation technology center, not in Area 51. So there you go. So if you guys want to see it, it's hiding somewhere over here. Somewhere in here. I don't know.
Keyword hiding.
Yeah.
You know, Dane,
Probably in junkyard.
I'm gonna be honest. Dane, at that rate, it should belong in preservation. Like literally, it and that last locomotive, them two locomotive, but them being the two last one of their kind, should belong in preservation.
The
You need to think
SDP-40F is there, but the SDP-40F that is there, if they pretty much just keep them there as to say they have it, so at least it's still preserved than being scrapped.
Yeah. So this would have been America.
It would.
There you go.
On it, if they had decided to go with it, America should have had more high-speed rail before China. If we had gone with it, you know, it would.
Yeah, I think it would just we're just.
The fact is that we keep on shooting ourselves in the foot, saying, "Oh, the big automotive company will save us. Big automotive company will save us." In reality, no. They have taken our hole deeper and deeper and deeper.
They are right. Well, the problem is that right now they now got to switch from making electric vehicles to gas cars, and what sucks is because they made all their factories electric building,
Oh,
and not car building. So now they have to somehow revert back to that. But their designs have always been the same. There is nothing new about any of these new cars. So that's the main struggle is what's the new design? Do we all go jump on I mean, shoot, I forget this car brand, but there's already another car brand that jumped on the Tesla auto drive train. They hopped aboard that. I forget the car brand.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
But here,
what's going on? Hold on, guys. All right. So let me see. Georgia Zuko at a. There's still places like Iowa and rural areas. City and places that have metro. Yeah. There's no need to go ahead and connect the entire United States by high-speed rail, but make it where it works. And also implementing more passenger. It's getting people out of the cars. Okay, because the problem is that a very States has very much been probably one of the biggest drivers infrastructurally and messing up a lot of the American I think probably for a lot of Gen Z and millennials, their biggest expense right now, monthly expense, is keeping up their cars. Where cars have now overtaken housing in a lot of places because it's more expensive to now just lease a car. A lot of Gen Z doesn't even know how to take care of her. Let alone.
Yeah, and that's
they have no clue how to do that. They still think blinker fluid is a thing. which guys, no, it's not. It's not a thing. And then you have the
Yes, it is. You have to get the high
Yeah.
string stuff. The cheap stuff is not
yeah.
like
And
that.
on top of that,
Something
and look,
like a Corolla, unless it's a good beater like a Corolla,
yeah,
which is the
and,
best selling car.
and
It
the
depends.
worst thing that's going on is that a lot,
Mm-hmm.
the automotive companies have.
Like it did
Which,
crazy
by the
when
way, here is okay, David. I know you really want to talk about Ford recalls more than 100,000. So the new cars are just completely garbage. So basically, if you buy a new 50, the wheels are going to come off and it's going to
Mm-hmm.
just craps itself. And then they're trying to push this panacea, this false panacea of driverless cars, which fixes nothing. It just makes the situation even far more worse. Okay, because you have these companies that basically they don't own any of the.
And AI.
Yeah, they're just
Uh,
basically
yeah.
they're parasiting off a dying corpse, which is the United States infrastructure system. They're not paying for any road repairs. They do everything they can to avoid paying any.
And AI is almost just as dangerous to the American worker as the migrants.
It's probably in one way or another. But here we go. Waymo's AVs complete more daily rides than 90. Dara Koso. I'm not. Anyway, but here's the thing: is of course they want now. They even want to get rid of drive. Now they just want to make everything driverless cars. Here you go. The co-founder of Waze, the next generation will not drive. But here's the problem: they're not proposing for you to go into rail. They're not proposing you to have cities. Any of this whole 15-minute city garbage that they're trying to push out, it is not real. It's just a way for all of the investment firms to just keep buying up land. So even if you believe these 15, no, they're not. It's just going to become 15-minute circle that BlackRock and Blackstone. That's all that is. It's
well the problem with the driverless car kind of concept is that you still need the AI part to work, and that's still not going to happen until 2035, 2040 at the earliest, and that's being generous.
Oh yeah, that is. But
I mean,
also,
and so they're talking about a problem that can be solved by the time their system's operational.
Exactly. And I mean, let's also look at the fact that cars are being made bigger and with less driver maneuverability.
oh yeah,
Less
Yes.
like it's just gonna give you the false sense of security, because not only is it going to, like, even if it becomes more dangerous, like to the driver, like even if they get bigger, like it's gonna be more dangerous to people outside of it because
oh yeah.
for one thing, the driver height, the driver height is further up than like you have with older cars.
Oh.
Like if you go out and look at like the
AI.
street and you see,
Well,
okay,
you'll
hold
see
on.
a lot. You'll see the occasional old car, and you can clearly see it matched up typically against one of the newer cars, and you can see how much bigger the new car is compared to the old one. It's night and day.
well, the
reason-
problem with the modern car safety systems is it's designed to keep the person inside said vehicle safe or as safe as
Exactly.
possible.
Well, yeah.
Everybody outside is optional at best.
Yeah, and then you have the
Exactly.
cafe.
Well, there are a few scenarios where where modern car safety features are a lot come to use. There are situations
Well,
where they
let me.
come to use, especially if like a car gets into a crash and the car ends up under a big rig. At least there's something keeping that rig from flattening the car.
All right. Well,
True.
let me bring this up.
You gotta think about the whole
It doesn't really
car, how it's made.
make it a safety component if
What?
some Indian is if some incompetent truck driver is behind a truck vehicle. It's just laws of physics.
Uh,
The bigger thing is the
I know.
bigger cars
Well,
going
let
to win. And get off unscratched. The bigger vehicle is going to win and get off unscratched. That's just a
Alright,
fact
well,
of physics.
let me bring it up, and I'm gonna bring it up real quick. The reason why they build car in our infrastructure that way is because one, when you build your infrastructure hostile enough for people side, people, right? Guess what? You're going to get people to buy cars. It based in psychological, like here, team, like I want people to buy my cars, but this city is transit oriented and mixed development. I have a ton of money right now, so I could bribe officials to make it so hard that way down the line people would start buying my car because infrastructure is city, transit is city, all of that.
Yeah.
Just to get people my cars.
They could,
Oh, speaking of, okay,
but you have to look at the safety. Even
Okay.
on a car, it's pretty strict.
I wonder how Toyota was able to sell their Corollas while they still have a efficient high-speed rail. Probably must be all that
It's
global market, especially here.
complicated.
Oh no, they have plenty of Corollas over.
Yeah, Corollas overseas, not just here.
Yeah. Here's the thing: when you go to other,
Where do they have
hold on, when you go
Corollas?
to, hold on. When you go to countries that do have high speed, there's still a lot of cars there. Here's the problem, okay? And if you're in the United, you also tell nurse practitioners. If you guys have seen this video, that's been making the rounds right now. Look at it; she's not even paying attention to it at all. Just there you go. We need to get people need to be taken out of their in cars. That's the only way we're going to fix it. Now. You want to fix? You want to fix traffic?
I got some in the
there
crazy.
You go. Less of that driving around. Just no.
I was at work.
There you go.
I don't know which is worse.
Imagine if you went the other way and said,
I don't know which one is worse.
No driving anymore for you. That's it. Gone. No more driving. That's it.
The license.
That's how we have to be in this country. Bye-bye.
License permanently revoked.
No driver's license for you.
I was at work yesterday. We had an old guy, an elderly guy, lost control of his car. Took out one of the signs and hit two of the palm trees in our parking lot.
That's an old guy.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing. It's like you don't nurse practitioners that are tippy tappy on their phone. You don't need guys with And I saw a picture of Bruce Willis. He looks terrible. You don't need guys like. I'm sorry, Patty Parkinson, who is 85, should not. Chevy Suburban, a 7,000-pound death trap down the street. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, that's not good for her. That's not good for anybody else around on the road. Okay, she needs to be either staying at home, taking a bus, and the problem is that the are not conducive to that sort of station.
Or be taken in a car by her caregiver and driven around.
Or her kids if she didn't already take.
Problem is that
where's my here we go. Wait.
And then also in my away. I just want to grill.
I'm probably gonna be singing that very soon.
All right.
Oh man.
You better write a whole song by that.
Well, after one round of Jose Cuervo.
We're all gonna be singing that this week.
Yep. I just want to grill for goodness sake.
Jose Cuervo.
I forgot I was.
Structure is designed so bad that it only benefits people in cars. And here, we can blame that back from the late 30s through the 50s from GM, Standard Oil, Peterbilt, Kenworth, technically Standard Oil of Texas and Standard Oil of California. Like, these people realized back then order to get continue and repeat buyers, you have to destroy the infrastructure like mixed-use development,
Competitor.
also transit-oriented infrastructure, and then make everything hostile to walk around to force people to buy cars. Because here's the thing. In an area with no sidewalks, with no transit, or if the transit is there, it's non-existent, even though you have it, it's going to make people feel poor. And then
So legally, you have to have a sidewalk.
yeah,
Every resident street has to have a
No,
sidewalk.
yeah, look, and that's the
Cars,
thing.
and cars we drive themselves, we mostly use them with just one seat, the driver, us, and maybe two in that set when there's four.
Can't have resident street houses without a sidewalk.
About
what is it?
And a lot of times,
Upwards. Hold on. Wait, guys, is it upwards of like 8?
But
what?
Yeah, it's a massive waste. Look, this is the problem. Let me try to bring it back and forth. Available Liberty's running all over the place because I know there's always.
Oh, I know. Like,
so we can have this every.
Yes,
or we could be having this already. Yeah, but the main problem that we're reaching is that there's a lack of political will to get anything done of any sort of this country, and we're being taken over and parasited off this private equity class. That look, you have Waze co-founder Uri Levine predicts that kids born today won't get behind the wheel.
Oh yeah,
his autonomous run cars. So he's not going to pay for the infrastructure. He doesn't care that look, and that's the thing. He doesn't want high speed rail. Uri does not want you to have high speed. He wants you to be in his Waymo owned.
Like, and I'm sorry, but
this guy over here, this dark horse.
He's going to be the one trying to lobby his prediction.
Yeah, exactly. Not going to work here anymore. It's just office space rep. But yeah, Uber CEO he doesn't want you. He doesn't want you in Amtrak. He doesn't want walking around. He wants you in his Ubers. That's what he wants in his AI run Ubers off the roads that are completely getting in from suburbs that are 50 miles away from where you work, and then to go anywhere to go and eat. That's also probably owned like a.
That's literally
reading all these private equity.
HOA.
Yeah.
There
you go. No, we got this. It has to stop. It has to end. And thankfully, we're starting to see some resistance to that, and it's going to change in the next 10 years. The trajectory of things is going to change. We're going to see finally not 15-minute cities, but actual functioning cities. I don't care if they're 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Functioning American cities as they used to be prior to World War II, prior to the destruction of the American dream, prior to the destruction.
Actually, World War One. World War
One.
The 20s was when the cars started booming.
Yeah, but when you're talking about fully autonomous vehicles, there has been some for centuries. We just called them well-trained horses.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what we used to call them.
Trains. There you go.
We got some news.
But also, I'm.
Excuse me, David Mitchell. Sorry about
that. Okay, whoever hasn't spoken yet, go get your chance now. Brightline fan, go ahead.
We have some breaking news in the Dominican Republic. They'll be constructing a new monorail to the airport in Santo Domingo. It's a plan.
Is this happening?
Yeah, I'm in the group chat on Telegram. It's Dominican the Dominican transportation community.
Yeah, I think you put the YouTube link here.
Yeah, so they were doing a live stream just about like minutes ago, as the same thing we were. Oh my goodness.
Okay, streamed an hour ago.
Recently?
Yeah, I think I actually sent it into the chat. Hold on.
Anuncian nuevo monoreo para.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I won't. I will not be surprised if Santo Domingo gets a monorail before California. Their high speed rail.
Oh yeah.
I have far more trust in this, and it's and this this is not ironic trust. This is actual real trust. I have more in the Dominican Republic actually doing that. We've seen this in other countries. Okay, countries that you wouldn't think would have high speed rail have high speed rail, like Morocco has high speed rail. Indonesia has high speed rail. Okay, all these other countries that people don't even think about here in the United States have high speed rail. And we have been dragging our feet because we have crappy leaders, or either they're dumb or they're evil or both. And these parasite private equity freaks, okay, that are they want you to you won't even be able to live. As somebody here on YouTube, let me bring in the comment. Ricardo Noel, people are now living in rather than the home. Yeah, because in some places it's so expensive to rent, like in San Francisco, that people would rather live the van life. The van life is forced upon a lot of people, or just living in your car. Period. Even like some people are living in two-seater cars. So it's getting bad out there.
Heck, it's going to get to a point where people are going to start revolting and then the CEO, because look, we're already seeing CEO being terrified of that.
It's
because a lot of these.
I come to realize that libertarianism doesn't work for big companies anymore.
It doesn't. A lot of the.
Wear a clippy mask.
Yeah,
except
a lot
like
of
the environmental, maybe
the libertarian. Trust me, we've all been on it. It's happening, and that's what's happening in this country.
Oh yeah.
There's no sense, because basically being center means ceding to people like Dara, Koa, whatever. And look, I usually make the effort to go ahead and put foreign names. I'm not going to even try to pronounce this one, and I'm not going to look at his Wikipedia or Uri Levine. Look, that's the problem. Any of these, okay? They don't want high speed rail. They don't want you to have a working job or a manufacturing job. They want just enough.
They want
so you can buy their stuff, but be just right over the line that you're paycheck to paycheck, and you're struggling and you can't think of anything else because your mind is so stressed out with trying to keep your head above water. And that's a problem in this country. We're getting demoralized because of it.
Here, they want that to be in service. They want it to be slaves. They want it to be slave just to a job. That way they keep making money off before they can live. You have to fight to live,
Yeah. This is the whole thing.
Fight the system.
Like here, people are getting a bit.
You go against Islamists, it's like going against. It's like joining a gang. You put yourself and you put your family in.
Oh, you there? There is you. You cut off there. Okay, you guys, or am I still here?
Yes, you're cutting in.
Yeah, you're.
Okay. Renell just came up. Okay, he's on mute.
You there?
Anybody else?
I want to talk.
But
what?
To all those companies.
Aaron, you go ahead.
To all those companies out there, I gotta say, we are effing tired of your bullshit. Okay, to all those car companies out there, we are tired. We, as a generation, I am freaking tired. Now dealing with
yeah, we all.
And then boomers want to say we're lazy.
Yeah, no, we've been.
Look, we've been called lazy.
We've been pulling.
Like literally, we've been called lazy when in reality we're the most overworked generation out there. Like Gen Z is one of the most overworked generations.
The reason
Because
they call us lazy is because half of us sit at home on a computer desk and don't want to go out and do the hard labor-induced jobs that people like millennials might do.
Well, and
That
the
is
problem
why
is that
get it
those
done. There are people of this generation that are choosing to be lazy, which is why they associate all of us to be lazy. I don't like it either. I hate that we are being called the lazy generation.
no, we're
Dumpster,
not. And here's the thing, Dumb.
The brainwashed ones. The brainwashed.
Look,
For
anybody
going
who's,
against the system. For thinking
hold on,
outside
let me
the
finish. Let me
system.
finish. Anybody between the ages of 18 to 40, most males would love to work a dollar job, pay them. The problem is that these jobs don't want to pay Americans an actual living or family. They would rather get in slave labor, scab out from either from Mexico or from India, like what's happening. The Sikh truck driver in Florida, who made that Sikh 180 turn right there, that U-turn.
yeah,
Can't even speak English. Can't even read the road signs. But yeah, the company gets off by an hour to go ahead and circumvent and get away with everything. This is why I keep saying, if there's no consequences, there are no changes. So that's the problem with this. Okay, consequences mean we're not buying anymore. At least what we can control, because we know that politically we don't have that control. Okay, and that's fine for now. But at least at the very least, what we can.
Fine.
Yeah,
we're only
as ourselves. Yeah, number one.
The judgment is coming.
Get your cars. Don't buy, don't lease a new car. Let them sit on the lot. Let them burn. Let them sit and lot rot years and years to come.
Let not forget that a lot of the companies.
David, let me finish. By 2030, about 30% of car dealerships are going to be shut because the market has completely saturated. So that's why you guys, all of us themselves, yes, let them burn. Let them sit to the degree that we would love to or should.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but one generation doesn't want to let go of the wheel. So fine, we'll just watch them as they start keeling. We've tried. They're just not going to. It's fine. Keel over the wheel, metaphorically. As once, but right now, all we can do is take care of our health, take care of our finances. Don't buy stuff that we can't, need or don't. No new cars. Okay. And start getting politically active locally. Okay, because I'm starting to see changes even in my. I thought
the Zoomers are already getting into the political spotlight and starting to make change, like AOC or JD.
They are, but not to the should be. Because they're not being allowed. Yeah, there's.
Mm-hmm.
Look, anybody should agree that the Trump administration is the appointments of so many. Okay, whether you're left or right, you should be able to say that that's a good thing. Okay, that's finally a change. Okay, and for the first time, okay, a millennial is one step away from becoming. Okay, JD Vance, whether we like, he's a meme by both standards. Okay, but he is somebody.
Carolyn Levin is just a couple of years younger than me.
Oh, yeah. No.
So there you go. What? But yeah, getting involved politically because larger trusts come in, voting against these AI data centers, and voting against suburban units is finally starting. So there's a change that started finally into fruition. Go ahead.
Now, Jane, once if JD Vance become president, a lot of the big corporate companies technically would be fucked. Let's just say.
Here's the thing. I don't know. Here's the thing with that, because look. Let's be realistic. JD Vance is super connected to Peter Thiel. He would not be existing in politics with. Okay, and Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, he's going to be doing the same thing. Okay, let's not forget how he actually got. Okay, it was a lot of animal. Okay, let's be real of how he made his.
I know, but let hope we get a Teddy Roosevelt 2.0, because if we get a Teddy Roosevelt 2.0, a lot of these big corporations are fucked. You know?
Yeah, that's for sure what we need, and like I personal favorite presidents. Number one, number two, Teddy Roosevelt. Those two embody the spirit of the American spirit that we need to really bring back into this country. Particularly right now, we need some sort of. It's not going to be Trump. It never has. It never was. What Trump has done, okay, whether he realizes it or not, because let's assume that Trump is as smart as he says he is. Okay, I don't think he still realized that what he was a step, because I've seen a lot of changes even before Trump became president. Okay, we started this channel before Trump even ran. Okay, the change in the political mainly because of Trump. I would say 75. Yeah, there was a quarter or a good amount of people. By a quarter, I'm giving it a lot. That was maybe by Bernie. Bernie got burned, okay, and Bernie is not going to help you, okay. He's not going to help you any than Trump, that he think he cares about you. None of these people do. So the thing is that Trump has awoken a lot of those same people. Trump was the stepping stone. That was it. But he is not what's beyond that door. Like I said, this is something that we all pick up and figure out on ourselves and on our. Okay, and there'll probably be another leader. We need to start being more responsible for ourselves.
Dimitri, I didn't realize something. Because the Gen Xer and some of the small generation, they're going to get skipped over, But it's so funny. The second entire generation is going to get skipped over by the millennial and Gen Zers,
And I feel bad for Gen X. I would say this chunk of Gen X.
I thought Gen X had it better than us. I
would say this. Look, there's I would say half that gets it. They're more aligned with the millennial side of it, and there's another half that has completely the way of the boomer. They have actually mastered.
Like the Jonesers.
Yeah, they've mastered the way of
Jonesers.
Yeah.
So 57 to 66.
Yeah, the Gen X is split. Okay, and they'll have a. It's just this is some unprecedented. Look, there's always been some sort throughout all of human history. There's like these 4,000-year-old Babylon. There's always been that sort of stuff, but it's never been to the degree where there has been such a disparity of power and typically, most particularly financial, between the younger cohort and the older cohort. That in the first time in American history, the next generation is going to be worse off. And that's the problem that we're hitting.
Oh, yeah, and funny thing is that the boomers are going to get blamed for it because it technically is their fault,
It is.
They're so fucking selfish. They would be blind and say, all right, we want more cars. We want you to build more cars for us. Bring up the American dream. You know what? The American dream.
We're going to have more people coming in.
Yeah. And I know we like to.
And they also have their own cancel culture.
Not me. Right. Okay, we're not going to do the Naxalt sort of excuse. I get it. Okay, not all X are like that. Fine, we get that. If you're doing a good job taking care of your kids, or you're letting them stay with you, or you're trying to do what you can to help, good on you. Thank you. You're doing the right thing. Okay, but it is unfortunately it's not you per se, but it is a generational thing. It's like now Zoom obsessed Laboos now. Okay, no, it's not all Zoomers. We know that. It's just that's just the thing right now. And here's the thing: is that the problem is that we're reaching a point in this country that, like I said before, with everything going on, if it was back in the Vietnam War era, okay, yeah, what's going on the other side of the planet is pretty bad. It's not that we would be spending taxpayer money on that, but at least then you had the ability to own a home, have a job, be able to support yourself in a reasonable fashion and manner. That's not happening anymore. That's why people are turning away.
It's always been with especially industrial modern generation, starting with the lost generation from 1883 to 1900, that became completely ancestral as far as we know in 2018, when the last living known member died in Japan.
Oh yeah, but let me be honest.
Yeah, but
World War I generation.
Let me be honest. The unknown from them and the ones that saw during World War II, them degenerating it. They had seen all this stuff. Horrified. They would have been horrified if they seen how bad the U.S. was going to get.
Yeah, no, it's look, things are changing, and I know people like we're born in this time for, and I'm gonna keep saying that we're born in this time for.
We're born into time for
this. Yeah, this is a celebratory day. We some sort of infrastructural upgrade that looks like it belongs in our country. It looks like it belongs in 2020.
I know.
Things are starting to change. And I think as long as we keep pushing forward, we're going to get there. So let's leave it at a white pill.
And
I think that's a good way to do it.
And to get back to the topic of the video of the new generation of Acela, I posted in the chat side, you can now get your next gen Acela plush toy for only $19. And yes, it's on their website.
Oh wait! Oh shoot! Wait. That's good.
I like
okay, just a second. Okay, I see a screenshot. We need a link. That I am.
I just posted it.
That is right there. I know what I'm gonna.
Yeah. So yes, Gregory. There is a plushie.
Mine tweet.
Oh shoot! We're getting that.
Where's that from Antac website?
Read it now. Let the plushie.
Is that an Antac shop?
But yeah.
Hey, $9. That's
a steal.
Expected in 2025. Yeah, in 2025 money, I would have expected. Hey, Amtrak, good on you for actually down. That's a plus for Amtrak. Let's where's my clap? I need to use the soundboard more. I wish I had like another one of those keyboards for soundboard. Like right now, it's.
You know, you forgot something about 5 years ago that you were supposed to send me 5 years ago.
What's up, David?
You forgot to send me something about 5 years ago when you had the 3D printer.
Yeah, that's true. I probably still have them somewhere. I know there's a whole bunch. Yeah. I know I have it in the box somewhere. David, get back to see if I can send you that.
All right, that's fine, man. But it did crazy that I almost freaked out that because it's been almost 5 years, you know.
Yeah, so much has happened. It's been 5 years. Wow, so much has happened in 5 years.
Yeah, a long time.
And I remember it. You know.
I didn't remember it till now. All righty. Yeah, the Acela plushie. Okay, let's stick for the next. It's 9:28 right now. Let's bring this to the station at 9:35.
But I also want to bring it up. The airlines are starting to freak out again, but this time in the Northeast corridor. they're freaking out because they're actually going to improve everything up there, but it's going to screw them head over heels. You know?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Let's stick with the just talk. Stick with
But-
talking about.
He is love.
Yes, Val, I know. Clippy is life.
Yeah. But I am liking the.
You know?
Yeah, my wife is part of the Clippy movement.
Yeah, Clippy never caused any problems. He just wanted to help.
Exactly.
No, hold on. Let me flip the camera.
I always like seeing Clippy.
I
Even
agree.
when I had Windows X.
Yeah. I think we all remember Quippy.
Books,
I think-
Instagram, and YouTube.
I think we actually.
Yeah.
I think we all use Quippy at some point.
I mean, 14 years ago, I thought Clippy was this annoying paperclip. Now he's just a cultural. He's not a cultural phenomenon, but an icon of protest.
Oh yeah,
That's
because he was
crazy.
did there to help.
Clippy never AI data warehouse.
Working backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been crazy.
Also.
Oh man, but yeah.
Also to
See.
YouTube, screw the ID verification method with AI. Okay.
Oh yeah, screw it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait.
think
I don't think it needed.
This
Unless
is
you-
not like the
unless
Amazon
you have kids
stores
for
where
you.
you can go in and just take what you want, and the AI will take it. When in reality, it was just cameras hooked up to Indian data centers where people would just watch the screens and then put it to your cart.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
AI
I
just
mean, they
happened
wouldn't
to
do that
mean
again.
like
Keyword again.
let me be honest. It's up that they're doing like YouTube. I'm gonna read up for YouTube. You are violating the First and Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Just to let you know that.
Yeah, look, if YouTube
Just
wanted
to
to
let
do-
you know, they don't care.
They
I
will
think YouTube
be
is worldwide,
brought
not just
into
US.
court for it. They're right now getting taken to court for it. Right now.
Well, until they're punished, they don't really care.
No consequences, no changes.
Yeah.
To be honest,
We gotta make that into a
thinking-
T-shirt.
Just have them stand in the corner saying, "Oh no, if it ain't the consequences of my actions."
That's exactly what we need.
You're quite an
And
judge for
here-
that one.
This what my token. Sit down and face your consequences, bitch. That what I would
Alrighty,
say.
alrighty, hold on.
Listen. That's the lawyer
Whoa.
shop.
Okay, yeah. Let's hold off on that. Okay. We're all upset. We're all mad, but man, just chill. Chill.
We're not
save it
we're
for
not
the
putting
lawyers.
stockades in the town
Yeah.
plaza.
Okay, guys. All right. Anything on the before we got 3 more minutes.
Mm-hmm. I pause a few things.
Go ahead,
Discord. Yeah, I pause a few things in Discord.
All right, hold on a second. Let me see what you got here.
Why under the pushy? Yeah, it's all
Maybe
about the
my-
merger
Here we
of
Shut
Union
up.
Pacific and Norfolk Southern. There's a similar one with CSX and BNSF.
Yeah, that's another thing that can start happening. Is speaking of got that between Canada Pacific and Kansas City Southern. So this doesn't bode well for trying to stop the merger right now between Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern. So I that's
Well, that's a good
more
thing.
we gotta go on that, because now look at this. Going back to freight railroads now, is with this merger between, or supposed merger, proposed merger between Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern. CSX and BNSF are going to say,
They're gonna say, hold on a second, we're not doing that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's that could be a thing. It says update new service.
Mm-hmm.
That on merch.
Black letter.
Yeah.
It could be, but if they see this happening, and if it goes on between Union Pacific and Norfolk, there's not going to be any other way. 5 class ones, we're going to be stuck with 3, and then there's going to be 2, and then there's
Going to be
1. So for everybody who says now, oh, we're gonna national,
Like
it's going to be nationalized, but underneath a private equity.
oh yeah,
National-
That's what's
Yeah.
going
Like
to
Trump
happen.
Right.
was either the west or the east. It will depend because it's a big country. It's not
We got Penn.
Not like England.
We got Penn Central 2.0.
Oh, that's-
guys. Penn Central
That's the problem.
2.0.
Yeah, but the problem with that is you'd have to get past the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 first, and anyone can bring that up.
Yeah, if they actually apply it. Alrighty, guys, it's 9:35.
more
Yes,
likely they're
All
All right.
quiet.
Yep. So there we go. Enjoy Day for America. Finally, we see the Avalia Liberty, the new next gen Acela in service. You can finally go ahead and run.
You buy me my tickets.
It's on time plus 5 years.
Yeah, time plus
It's
5.
on time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Amtrak's version of.
Like,
It is on
it's
time.
easy.
It's within the same
Just, you know,
decade, so it counts.
Just do not
Yeah.
put the tickets last minute.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you all for joining this live stream. Enjoy it. We will see you all next time. Take care and Godspeed.
See ya.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
But guys, let me
Alrighty.
bring it up.
We're
Some of the
off. Go ahead.
I'm still live for 10 minutes from my side. Like I'm still live streaming for another 10 to 15